Hello, welcome to an unboxing. I have purchased a new locomotive fairly recently actually. I've not actually taken it out or had a proper look at it yet, just seen it through the box, but I can't really see much of it. I purchased this really for the layout, as I wanted something in the steam era to represent the Cromford layout that I'm building. And this is model Graham Farish 372-211, and it's a class 3F Jinty in BR black with an early emblem. So it should be around about 1940s. So let's get it out and let's have a look. It is actually DCC fitted, so I don't need to do any of that. The previous seller had already fitted that. You get quite a nice interesting exploded diagram there. So it doesn't show any flywheels on this model. It is quite small though, so obviously a Jinty isn't the largest. And what do we have here? Collector's club and products and maintenance care. Okay, and then warranty. Fair enough. So we have a blanking chip. It's a right angled blanking chip. We do have some accessories that goes with this as well. And what do we get? We get some vacuum pipes, it looks like. There is some hooks in there. Not sure what everything else is, so may have to have a read about what actually does come with it. Let's put that back in there. Let's have a look at the locomotive, and there we go. Very small. And let's just have a look what it actually does say that we in the detailing for this model. So it says factory fitted separate details on this model. We have the factory fitted chimney, some coal rails, the dome, handrails, injector, lamp irons, pipework, safety valve, smoke block door number and a whistle. So they're all the factory fitted separate details. It says in the buffer beam detail, in detailing pack, we get the pipework for front and rear. I think there was a bit more than that, so obviously the website's not giving me all the details. But let's go and have a close look at this, and let's see these details in close up. And there we have it up close. So you can see it is actually quite a nice detailed model. It does look really nice actually. So let's have a look at some of these details. Let's have a closer look. And you can see the whistles there. And there does appear to be some wires in the cab that I can see from there. So I might have to investigate that, because it's supposed to be a 6-pin right angle decoder. Maybe it's a different decoder that the seller's fitted, but other than that there's nothing detracting from this model. All looks in very good condition. The detail seems to be all present and correct. I think at the moment I only have a couple of diesels, a couple of steam locomotives, and I would say this is up there as one of the best that I've seen so far. Let's have a look at the other side. And again we can see a nice logo there, the early BR. There's a builder's plate, a bit too small for me to make out, and obviously you've got the running number. It all looks in very good condition. Anyway, it's no use looking really good. Let's see how it runs on the track. But first I'll weigh the model and just see how much actually it weighs, because it does feel very light in the hand. There we go, just over 40 grams, which does seem very light. Okay, will it work? Yes, that seems very smooth and very quiet. Okay, so let's see how slow it'll run in forward. This is using a 128 speed step. So that's the first speed step. An amazing crawl. Do some very controlled shunting there and coupling. It's speed step 2, 3, 4, 5, and just a nice gentle acceleration. Okay, let's bring it to a halt, see how it crawls in the opposite direction. It's on the first speed step. And again, amazing running. I've not had to run this in at all. It's the first time on the track. So the seller did say to me that they'd serviced it and it was in excellent condition, an excellent runner. And I cannot fault that. Let's just increase the speed a little bit more. Yes, I'll be very happy with that. I've set up a small oval of track, just a second radius, a few freight wagons on here. Let's see how it manages to pull these. Okay, that's going in the forwards direction. Nice and gently to start with. Let's build a bit more speed up. About 50% now. Some of these are actually quite old wagons. Some of them are mini tricks, some of them are Pico, and the box fans are Farish. So nice mix there. Let's just see if we can get some more speed going. Seems to have no trouble at all. So even at the really slow speeds, 40 gram loco. So I'm not sure how much freight you could actually use this loco with, but for small rakes like this it's absolutely perfect. Let's just see how it will go in reverse with pushing a rake of freight. Yeah, accelerated a bit too quickly there. But once I get the layout finished, I can start to use that for demonstrations. And for body removal, it's saying in the instructions there's 4 screws that's holding the body on. It looks like there's 2 out the back there and 2 underneath the crank arms. So I'm not sure how I'd get to those. It does say you need to remove the base keeper plate first. So I'm going to remove the base keeper plate and see what we get then, see if we've got enough access to get to those. I've removed all the screws, so how do we get this base keeper plate off? Okay, it seems to come off quite easy. Okay, so there are no contacts. And it looks like we've just got a single driving wheel there. So, and the wire, and it looks like it picks up power through the bearings on a split chassis. Interesting. So don't know whether you can see those screws there, but they just seem to be obscured. So I'm not sure if I've got a sufficient screwdriver that will actually be thin enough to get in there. But I'll have a look. But I don't think I can go much further than this. So as you can see, I've managed to get all the screws out. I had to take all the wheel set out so I could get to the 2 screws that was hidden behind it, and let's see if we can get this chassis body off. I can't seem to something's still not loose at the front there. So am I still got some screws in? Followed all the instructions. Something doesn't seem loose there though, so I don't want to break anything, but you can obviously get to the chip out the back there. And this one isn't quite the really small right angled one, so it's what somebody has soldered up as well. So that's why the obviously the wires are visible in the cab. So obviously with the right really micro 6-pin chip, it probably would have fitted a little bit better. We do have it now apart, so now you can see the chassis, you can see the motor there, very small, and I have the job of putting all this back together now without breaking anything. So wish me luck, and I'll see you shortly. Right, I managed to get it all back together. Took a little bit of time, a little bit of patience. I've tested it all and it's all working. One thing I did notice when I'd got it all apart is actually all the body is die-cast. The running plate is all die-cast. Obviously there is some plastic on the base keeper plate, but that's really all about there is. So majority of the weight is coming from that, even though it is quite a light loco. Hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Have a good evening, and I'll see you on the next one.